fight for Odin's glory. In the night we ride, blades clashing armor under stormy skies. Dragons in the distance, flames light up the way. Warriors of the legend, we won't go astray. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise. Marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the quarterfinals for Valhalla Esports Season 5. I'm Hailstorm, joined by Blitzkrieg Pyro. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Excited. We are finally here. This is what the weeks have been building up to.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. And this week, we'll be looking at the match between the number 1 seed, Free SM, against our number 8 seed, Revolutionary Death Squad. And these two teams fighting to make it into the semis. For Free SM, we've got Delta Centuria top, needs more Mothra jungle, Hawkeye 6-pack mid, Blanket Blue ADC, and Fell support. For RDS, we've got HYG Smoothie top, jungle is the Salt back in his true role, mid
And
Alu, ADC Anexelic, and support Vintage. How you feeling about the matchup?
definitely going to be an uphill climb for our number 8 seed. I believe they played this matchup in week 9, so 2 weeks ago. But that's why I think that we see the roster shakeup from Revolutionary Death Squad. We see Salt returning back, as you said, to his jungle home, taking out that top lane, and we also see Smoothie jumping up there into the top lane, back into his role that he is very well known for. Look to see him mitigate Delta Centauri. We've seen Smoothie be able to do that to a lot of tops over the years. We saw Delta a few seasons ago be pretty dominant in that top lane.
Yes, sir.
So this will be very interesting, very top side kind of focus map. But with the mid lane as well, I think these should be some pretty evenly matched mid lanes. So it's just kind of a very mirror match of a team, but the synergy all season long for Free SM, no matter what their lineup, they've just gotten the most out of it.
Yeah, only looking weak when they had only just reformed the team for roughly like 6 to 8 hours before their game. But past that, been looking very strong all season despite the mix-up that happened. And yeah, we'll see if they can break the curse that's been happening at least the past couple seasons, where our number 1 seed will come in and then get knocked out in the quarters. So they're trying to break that curse for themselves.
Break the cycle. Or
It looks
don't.
like we've got both teams lined up in the game lobby at least, so should be getting into the draft shortly. I'll toss it over there so we're ready for when they start. And actually, a fun story for why Salt ended up back in the jungle. He said Bulgaria had been harassing him in streams and whatnot, always saying, "Oh, you gotta put Salt back in the jungle. It's the true place to be." And since Los Nomada's winning helped secure the number 8 seed for RDS, he said, "All right, let me jungle for my boy."
Hell yeah, represent. Giving that peer pressure.
True, true. Always giving the peer pressure, kids.
What could go wrong?
But I think the swap still like it's not messing up their company. It's just a little bit of slightly different playstyles from Smoothie and Salt as far as which one's jungle and top. I think Smoothie's pool is pretty good when you're looking to try to mitigate Delta, and hopefully Salt will be able to apply some pressure just across the map. So we'll see how they can run with it.
Yeah, yeah. I really like the change from RDS. I think on paper they match up very well. There's not like an obvious like that lane is significantly stronger than the other lane.
For sure. And we see the
It's really powerful.
Morgana coming out as the first ban taken away from Mr. Bentage. Don't want
Absolutely.
to let him have that comfort in the support role. And the Amumu ban, just a really good team fighter, and can also be running that support role. So, good ban there.
Got Zyra ban.
Yeah,
Looking for a Warwick ban here. Okay.
Zyra been strong. The Lilia ban targeted at the Salt's jungle, and then Shen for Smoothie. And taking out that brand, so we still see the Warwick. We'll see if Mothra keeps on picking it up when it's open. Looking like they're going to
Getting
first
that
pick that Seraphine, see if they put it mid or support.
Yeah, I expected that to go on vintage at this time.
Yeah, it would have been a good one for them, so a little bit of a takeaway there. But I'm sure they still have other plans to put vintage on things. Could still put them on some of those poke mages, but
Obviously, they were watching FlyQuest earlier today.
oh yeah, of course, of course. Shout out to FlyQuest giving us all that hopium just to fall short right at the end, but definitely gave us a good series, way better than I thought it would be.
Absolutely.
And the Kaisa pickup been looking very strong in the current meta. So we're hoping he can get big. And the Soraka just looking to be that big health bank.
Yeah, just trying to sustain in lanes. Ooh,
Syndra been looking very strong. One hot guy really likes in that mid lane. So gonna have to see. And we see the Warwick you called out.
They're just like gonna let them have it. Just handshake. Let's see if they pick their mid or their jungle here in response. Kind of hope they pick their mid here. Otherwise, they're gonna get banned out. But to each their own.
Yeah, we'll see what they're feeling.
Come on, Silas.
Syndra's gonna be a little scary. She'll be stacking up to where she gets to execute, and then we'll want to have some kind of counter on the work. The Katarina, all right.
Katarina.
I believe Alu is actually one of the cat mains, or at least cat enjoyers in the Discord. So we'll have to see if you can pop off against that Syndra.
Shunpo, we miss you, but it looks like he's coming for your title.
Bring back Shunpo. Everybody message him, say we miss you. And we'll see what these second round bans will be. Right now, the cat, I feel like it's going to be a little rough because there's CC on all three of the champions we see currently. But we'll have to see if you can dance around all that. Got the Ash ban from RDS, followed up by the Vi, taken out by FreeSM. Taking away some of those engaged junglers from Salt.
I'm not sure if Salt would play Maokai or if he gets banned here, but I kind of feel like his team needs somebody to play a Maokai. They have a significant CC gap currently for RDS.
Yeah, they are quite lacking on the engage and CC. I agree, but we see the Jarvan taken out in the Camille. I know personally Delta really likes that Camille, so definitely one I think is a smart ban away because that champ just scales ridiculously hard. And we see the Volibear could be top, could be jungle, keeping the flex alive as we see the final two picks for FreeSM.
Yeah, if that was Salt, I definitely would have think that was going top, but he would want that for the counter. But yeah, so good flexible pick there. Again, still kind of lacking that. Like, yeah, he can start the fights, but doesn't have a ton of CC in his kit.
We have the Rakan, So I think it's the Seraphine AP carry bot. So yeah, there's a Jax. Gonna be missing out a little bit on the
Oof.
sustained damage, not having the 80 carry, but we'll see if they can
Yeah, kind of
navigate through the game
low.
without that.
Kind of low AD. Let's see if the RDS can punish that. Uh,
And we'll
Again, if they can
see.
get like a Scion or even the Galio, you know what?
Galley
I
could
don't
be
know how
good.
Galio does into Jax or Volibear does into Jax. You tell me. But Galio would
Um,
be hype.
I think the volley in the Jax is fine. And now we see the Zac either can go either in either role.
Flex, flex, flex.
So which would I prefer? I think volley does really well in the Jax. Once you have your items, you just have to play around the E. Zac is just really good top lane anyways, because if you're picking up your blobs, you can just get free trades. So we'll see who wants to pilot which champion, but I do like those last two picks. Helps even out some of that CC they were needing. And they are nice and beefy boys, so we'll see if the lack of 80 carry on the side of free SM comes back to bite them in the butt or not.
Sorry, I'm working to get the poll up now. Know how we like to gamble out there.
Is there
And the prediction is live.
everybody get your gambles out there? We'll be getting the game shortly. And then we'll have our quick 3-minute delay before we get into the action for game number 1 of the quarterfinals.
So with the Zac, they did get a lot of engaged. They did get some CC. So I do like that, but I just don't know that they still have enough on their team. Like everybody else has it in their kit. They got the team fight wombo combo for free SM. I think that's where I'm gonna put my points here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
You can
on
go for
free
the
SM.
comp, and you can also go for just how strong they've been looking.
One seed, right?
The only thing that worries me about it right now is just that lack of ADC, and AD carries are just so strong in the meta right now. So
Right.
we'll
They
have
could,
to see if
especially
that's
that Zac.
an issue or not.
That Zac could build defensively and just be popping people.
Right. It looks like it will be the Zac top. I think perfectly fine pick in the Jax. The only thing you really need to worry about is late game. He'll be way scarier than the Zac in the side lane, but early game should be able to bully. And we know Salt likes that Volibear a lot, so should be able to duke it out at least pretty well with that Warwick in the jungle if they ever meet up, and get some good ganks off, especially when he has Flash available.
Yeah, can't sleep on Eatstorm Mothra there. And how many plays he's gonna make to affect the game? Very much a comfort pick. So
And
I see a lot of comfort picks from the side of 3SM.
I'll toss a little bit
I
of
guess
love the way of RDS evened up with you.
I know we have a couple comfort picks on the side of Revolutionary Death Squad, but man,
Yeah.
it's looking very comfortable inside of Free SM.
Yeah, I think we've got comfort picks pretty much all around. Like the Warwick, the Syndra. I'm assuming Jax is one of Delta's go to. And then I don't know about the Seraphine, but I'm sure it's one they like if they were pulling it out. And then we already
Yeah,
mentioned
I think
Zac, Voli, Katarina. So just everyone saying I like this champ. Let's try to take him out.
yeah, no, they definitely do like the Seraphine. It's for the previous casts we've done. They definitely like this lane.
For sure.
And not running it with the Senna, so not now. I know Senna's been kind of gutted from AD, but I'm not even worried about trying to pair the Seraphine with somebody else to farm the lane.
Right. I feel
Seraphine
like
still has one of the top win percentages, believe.
this match, at least as far as one of the teams getting a big lead, might come down to how the Katarina can do into Syndra / how ganks go whenever they try to fight. Because if Syndra can just farm up safely and become that scary one-shot champ, then it could be an issue. But we'll see if they can avoid all that.
Yeah, I feel like the onus is on Revolutionary Death Squad's side to try to make the plays and make something happen early because the late game scaling and the Syndra and the Jax can be very hard to deal with, especially in these team fights. You'll have the Jax and the Warwick jumping at you, followed up with a Seraphine ult to be layered. It's not gonna be fun. And then the same engage tools in the Wombo, not quite there. You can have the Zac dive in, Volibear could ult in, Katarina can jump in, but again, if they're the initiators, there's a lot of cancel tools.
Right. As long as Assault and Smoothie are big enough where they can be the engage and cause disruption that Cat can follow up on, it should be fun. If they're behind it all where they can't do that, it's gonna be really hard to play.
Yeah, I really think they have to be ahead here.
Um,
20 seconds still left on the gambling. Just you
Yeah.
and me.
We got
Or
some
our
people
faithful.
lurking in the chats, but they say, no, I want to be fiscally responsible and not gamble all my channel points away.
They're just channel points. Keep watching, you'll learn more.
True. That's right. Maybe once the other games finish up, we'll have more people jump in for the gambles. We just gotta make sure they push it through the game 3 for us. I'm not allowed to. Well, maybe you shouldn't be so rich, Beard, with that infinity points.
Well, I used him to post the thing, so you literally can't if you post the.
Well, you can't if you're the channel owner also. Competitive league. True.
Get comp stiffed.
Yeah, I like the comp for FreeSM a whole lot, other than the fact that they just don't have an ADC. If they had an ADC, I'd really like their comp all the way through.
Yeah, that had been a Seraphine support, and they had even like a Caitlyn here or something. Just some type of AD to just hit things.
Right.
Actually, it'd be harder in lane, but a Nyla, just with that with that dive comp, just being able to then make even more people untargetable. Like the Jax is already annoying enough to hit. Oh, you can't hit him even more? Great.
You can't shoot me? Now you really can't shoot me. Haha.
If you can throw the stream back up when it opens. Looks like we're waiting to load into game here. Skin game. I do like that Sorka.
There we go. And we're into game number 1. We think we're gonna see any kind of invade shenanigans.
You know what? I do right now. Like you see everybody pathing top for RDS. Again, I think, like I said, the onus is on them to make that splash play early. So I really do think they're gonna try to force to make their own play happen. Looks like a standard 5-point for free SM. But yeah, looking for them to make this play. Let's see if they can get on to Jax. Looks like no. Hawkeye might come up here for try to get some poke down.
Got the ward down, so got what they wanted. Didn't catch Delta sleeping, but didn't expect it to. One thing Fel could have done is just run over to the enemy blue and drop the ward since he knew all 5 were there.
Yeah, the counter warding. It's always something that could be proactively done instead of trying to, if you know you're backing out and not trying to take that fight early.
Yep. And then no sweeper. Warwick could have backed and picked up a couple free ward kills when you have the time, but now we'll just start on the red side, avoid some of the vision, but RDS will know he's not starting that blue buff, so get a little bit of info over FreeSM to start off.
Yeah, we'll see if they effectively use it. Hawkeye just pulling with looks like a brain advantage there with Katarina.
Yeah, for sure.
Top lane just looks like farm up until the counter strike comes up, and then yep.
Counter strike goes through, then you walk away. Maybe we'll try to hit some stuff, pick up his blobs to get healthy again.
Ah, my health.
Zach really wants to get level 3, then you have all your abilities, you can pick up way more blobs. Jack's level 1 with Counter Strike just makes him really good in like every matchup. Oh. Got the blob, but got punched a little more.
Yep. So it looks, yeah, Smoothie's going to look to fall behind here early. Going to need to see if he's going to get that jungle love top lane to really try to get ahead, or if they're going to try to apply this pressure elsewhere.
For sure. We see both junglers finishing up their bot side clear. Fully walking over, trying to see if he can get a gank off on this mid lane real quick. See Alu jumping in, flash, stun from the volley, gets on the Hawkeye with the ignite, getting the first blood, but the counter kill coming through from Nizmor Mothra. So slight edge in gold to RDS, and depending on the wave state, I think it might be bouncing back to the Katarina, so that might be really nice for Alu.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an advantage there for Alu. I mean, I think he's still down a level currently, but that gold is going to be so much more valuable onto the mid laner here. It's only a 3 minion difference. Dark Seal, first item there. Hawkeye 6-pack. Smoothie now, able to farm a little more safely. Does have level 3 as you talked about. Get more of the health.
Yep, he's doing what he needs to do. The only issue he's gonna have right now is the wave is pushing away from him, so might need some love from Salt. With Warwick also in the area. We get some trading from Alu, but gets more minion damage and a nice ball in the face from Syndra.
Oh, it's Dark Seal for both mid laners, so they're looking spicy already.
See Warwick poking around that mid lane once again, and Voli walking up to support Smoothie. The jump will miss, but they're probably just gonna look for a little bit of a crash here, as Warwick will be walking top as well.
Good dodge from that Q, otherwise that man will be stun locked for a little while.
Here we see the spear coming down, but we'll walk away, no problem. They do kind of need to crash this wave for Smoothie pretty bad though, so we'll see if he gets punished at all.
Do a first dragon here coming up in 30 seconds, but don't expect anybody to really prioritize that. Looking for these grubs in about a minute 30.
Sure. We'll see if there's a split focus for one team wants drag, one team wants grubs, or if they end up fighting for some of these early objectives.
We want them all.
Getting some like poke back and forth, but looking like Smoothie should be able to crash this. But Jack's jumping in as Warwick is showing up. This is going to be really scary for Smoothie. Getting the punches off, picking up the blobs, trying to flash away, but will get jumped back on by both of them, feared and taken into the blobs. And we'll see who picks up the kill, as they should. Take him down, giving it to Delta for that kill onto Jax.
That's absolutely the right place for the gold too. Again, while the Warwick can be really scary, got to get that Jax head early.
Yep, sure.
Make sure he's locking somebody in the time.
No flash this time, but the call lightning will come down. Alu jumping in, but the tower shot will take him down. Unfortunate, too close as they get Hawkeye low, but will not fall.
Yeah, it's a little over aggressive there. It's not. Did we see the other death? Oh yeah, that's right. It was a trade kill for Alu. Early on. So it looks like the dragon is actually going to get started here early. Grub's coming up. Looks like everybody's kind of hanging out around here looking for it, but I don't know that they actually know that it's being done.
I think they should have the idea, but not feeling strong enough to go for the play. So giving over this drag, as the grubs will still sit there untaken. So we'll see if Warwick can take both of these early objectives.
Yeah, so I don't know if they know it's going to be done. Otherwise, the Salt should. You don't need your camps right now. You need to get those grubs. So yeah, it looks like both of them could potentially go over here to this Warwick. He's gonna have to be careful here. There's two members.
We see him on the Scuttle Crab, jumping on, get that stun, call lightning, get him low with the fear coming out as the support and mid laner show up with the double stun coming from Hawkeye, ignite coming through, and Salt will fall. Good collapse there by FSM. And looking like they're thinking about more advantages here with the silence. Ooh, the ult comes through from Alu, getting the double kill. Nicely done. Will get stunned up, but is too late to save his teammates.
Yeah, just a little extra greedy there by FSM, definitely feeling it, that they thought they could step up there and, unchecked, and just go check for the bush themselves. It's a really good counterplay there. And Alu, again, getting back on top there.
Yeah, really nice play for him. He was behind slightly, but helps get him a little more gold to even it back up. Now we see Salt coming up here, trying to give some love to Smoothie, get this fully crashed in once again, so that he doesn't end up getting ganked by the Warwick or anything. Stun trying to come through, but the counter strike will block it. The jump will knock him up as Delta will ult to stay alive. But they get what they wanted, crash this top wave, and now Smoothie can go back home and not get frozen on.
Yeah, Salt's still level 5 there as well, so no threat to pressure and turn off the tower.
Yeah, if you had ult, they could maybe look for it. Probably would have been a little scary, so.
Yeah, it was a little spicy for sure.
Jumping in for a Lu, dodging the stun, nicely played, gets a good chunk on the hot guy. But we see
These grubs are still up.
Hiding in the wings. Yep, neither team really prioritizing them. They're not, like, the most important if nobody gets them. It only really starts to matter once you get 4+. Nice engage there by Smoothie. Assault showing back up top lane. This time has 6. So the flash away will come through, but the ult comes through, turns the tower off, and they take down Delta. Nice gank there to help out his top laner from Salt. As now the Grubbies will be started up by Needs More Mothra. Has Fell and Hot Guy to support him. But now the rotation will come through, so they're gonna stay up once again.
Yeah, I really think Free SM really wanted those grubs though. When you have that Jax, especially that late game push, if he has those 4+ grubs, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're definitely nice to have for the split pusher, and very nice for RDS to pick up that kill right before the fight, and they are getting these. Warwick's trying to run in to grab one. We'll see if the smite comes through, and Salt will secure them all, but now the fight's coming through. A nice double knockup from Fell. The kill comes through, Alu taking him down smoothly, staying alive, picking up those globs, and Delta's showing up as the rest of the team is running out. Looking for a big stun, gets Hawkeye super low, will jump on him, takes him down, but falls himself to the Jax. Now Salt flashing away, gets jumped back on, and 2 kills to Delta. Ends up being a 1 for 2, but they do get the 3 grubs. So, took them a little long to get those grubbies, and then going a little deep after they got the 1 pick. Gets it a little, well, I guess it ended up being, yeah, it was 2 for 3. So not a terrible fight, but went a little bit gold-wise for Free SM.
Well, yeah, huge job getting the deny, like you said. The Jax kind of wants
nice
that.
Nice ult there from Smoothie, trying to survive, forcing Delta to have to jump away, as he is quite low, but keep himself just above 0. Nice little combo there from Hot Guy to poke out Alu.
Passive is back there for Smoothie, so he can look to be a little aggressive, especially if he gets to open her tower again.
Yeah, makes it way easier to sit in there, but Warwick is in the area, so if both of them are there, I think he would die, but we'll see if they go for it.
If he can delete the wave.
Nice stun from Hot Guy if he gets him a little lower, especially with Warwick coming, might be a dead Katarina, but looking like Alu will just back off and heal up. Meanwhile, all this fighting mid to top side, bot lane's been just a farm fest and letting the supports roam, but basically even in farm, which as we get later in the game, I think will help RDS where they'll have the actual sustained damage coming out from Kai'Sa, so we'll have to see if they can get any pressure onto this Kai'Sa throughout the game.
Death push down bot lane and try, see if they can get on top of this Rakan. No.
Smoothly doing what he needs to do here in the top lane, getting poked down again, but just clearing out the waves. Hoping he's close to his ninja tabby so that these trades will be a little better for him. A nice hit on that Q, gets a stun up, and a nice jump to counter the jump away from Jax and get him chunked out from that tower.
No jumping Jax.
Looking for the death push, but they find him with the Rakan. It looked like we're gonna get a fight over this dragon. Did get poked, but neither team really trying to rush it so far. Here we see Salt trying to run in, gets the stun off onto Needs More Mothra, who ults away to survive, but is quite low. So looking like RDS could look to start up this objective now.
Black and Blue's ult also thrown down. This will be a given dragon here.
They're calling to give it, letting Hot Guy just push, get a couple plates in the mid lane.
Delta is proxy farming.
Yeah, I think if you're Zac, you're just kind of happy he's proxy farming because he's not trying to kill you constantly under tower. But yeah, killed the wave so he'd have extra time. Goes ahead with the back, and we'll get to walk back to the lane and miss no minions.
So Inferno, I feel like this favors FSM right now.
Yeah,
Kinda-
it
kinda
helps.
even,
It helps
but-
give him a little more damage. I think Inferno's basically always good on like most any team.
Yeah, but I think like if it was like an ocean, it would have been really good for obviously for Smoothie and Salt.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. If it was mountain or ocean to keep those big tanky boys even tanky. Now Salt's picking up his red buff. Gonna be
Take that,
looking at these grubs once again. See if he finds the Jacks pre-grubs once again once Smoothie gets back to lane.
That
We're in
Inferno
the area, starting up the grubs, taking out that ward as they're waiting for the rest of the team for the collapse. Rakan once again in the area, but this time Soraka is walking up as well, so might end up with a 4v4 here.
looks like there's 4 topside earlier there on the side.
TP coming through
and
from
TP.
Seraphine, so it'll be 5v4 if they look.
Might be a dead Seraphine if they they don't turn on that.
Flash
There's
is over
Smoothie
it.
going in.
Jack's
He's killing
on
the backside. He's
backside.
nuking them.
They're on Delta, lose.
That's
In the back, jumps in, gets the kill onto Fell, but gets taken out with that cinder damage. The kill goes over the work. It looked like 2 for 1 so far.
Excellent job on the team fight there from the side of FreeSM. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They called the play, and I think very disjointed there for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. Looks like Captain Smoothie said, "We're going in," and the rest of the team just ran away. I guess they're running from the Jacks, but they just needed to turn and try to nuke somebody on the team, try to get some trade back. Looks like it is 3-0 for the Grubs. I don't know if that doesn't give any kind of extra bonus, or is it?
It's 3 to 2. They got 2
I
of
see
them
now,
before
sorry.
they
3 to
despawned,
2.
so slightly extra damage for RDS, but no minion spawns or anything when you hit the tower.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I think they set up with the 4-man for RDS, but they didn't have any way for the Kaisa to join. So once they saw Blank and Blue commit the teleport, they could have just said, alright, they committed it, we give them, or maybe Salt tries to steal 1. But yeah, I think the team fight, once they went in, was a little ambitious.
I think they pulled the trigger too fast. They didn't have the 4 members topside in
Here we
position.
have a 4-man bot, and teleport from Smoothie coming out, flashes in to stun that Seraphine. Smoothie gonna be jumping in, looking for this dive, as we say, party in the bot lane. Feels ADC and support, even if you're not an ADC.
Well, the Jax is pre-farming here. Is going to take this top tower. That's an excellent response there, getting some of those kills back. There's no dragon to take or anything at this time, so let's see if they can collapse mid as well. That turret's also going to fall, so gold-wise, actually, very much in favor. That's not a 3k gold lead for the side of FreeSM. This tower not even close to being taken yet.
Oh, and Mothra might just run down Kaisa. See if she can. Nope, looks like he just went for the wave. Oh, Alu jumping in as it gets ignited and ulted by the Syndra. Can't quite get enough damage.
Does get the flash out there at the end.
Flash comes out from Hawkeye, but he gets the kill. But yeah, the fact they got both those towers mid and top was pretty big for FreeSM after that play. If RDS can't get their towers to even it up soon, it'll be a little rough. They just gotta get all that standing gold off the map.
Yeah, it's 3.4k gold lead. It's just kind of getting bigger right now. Need to have some kind of answer.
I see Fel getting some good vision in the enemy jungle. He'll spot out the Zac roaming around in the volley once he walks back.
Bell starting the Rift Herald, but nobody else there currently. Warwick kind of coming from base. Looks like okay, he's backing off now. We do have Dragon here in 40 seconds. So it might be the next fight here.
Yep, looking like it. We got Seraphine hiding in the bush, gets the slow and a little poke onto Kaisa, but nothing too bad. As, yep, FreeSM setting up this vision for the dragon. And we have a TP on the Jax to join this fight if it breaks out.
FreeSM doing a really good job setting up the tempo, pushing the lanes, putting RDS behind, trying to match the rotations, manage the waves correctly.
Blue jumping on the Hawkeye, gets a good chunk down on him, jumps back in, gets the ult down. Both ults come through, barely. Katarina survives as Cinder falls. Now Warwick jumping onto Bentage, just will run away with his ult. Salt getting sacrificed low, getting silenced, stunned up, knocked up, and taken down. Blank and Blue securing
That's
the
a free
kill.
dragon. While that was big that Alu got the kill, then he effectively also took himself out of the fight. Didn't have that to do damage to anybody else. He does have 9 kills, so just kind of realized that he is that much gold on him. But that just kind of also ended and gave away the objective.
Yeah, Alu is kind of the team for RDS right now as far as gold. Behind a fair amount of that farm, but just farming champions instead. And now Jack's starting up this Rift Herald as well, as Warwick will walk up, just securing all these objectives as a team.
We get a stack check.
Oh,
on
Alu
Hawkeye.
jumping in. He's Cinder.
Yeah.
What is that? 3. He's got 81.
81. So he's got a ways to go. But Infernal is going to help a lot too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And FSM securing that Rift Herald, give it over to the Jax, who's already taken 2 top towers, and is going to become a big headache for those side lane plays.
He looks like he's backing already. We'll see if they back into the Seraphine top here. I think that's their play right now. The Seraphine also does have TP, so can answer around the map if they do decide to fight somewhere else. So that's another flexibility of having that Seraphine, have an
For sure,
extra
for
TP
sure.
on the team. They did not take TP mid.
Now we see
Neither
once
side.
again that bot tower gets very low, but they can't quite take it. If they can take some of these first tier towers for the side of RDS, they'll get not only the objective gold, but some of that bounty gold as well. Help them swing the game back into their favor.
4.3k gold. So again, just continues to grow. This tower is about to be taken, so we're going to see if we need even more.
Yep, you see Jack strapping the rift, doesn't even need it for that first tower, and now pushing with a little bit of support from Rakan.
Creating that pressure.
So-
Baron's coming up.
He's jumping in it, going for the crash on the tier 2. Smoothie is there. Glad he wouldn't be able to jump on him. Ah, the Rift Herald knocks him up before Smoothie can jump. Unfortunate placement for him. Now walks away
Pretty
with the
hefty
rest
wave.
of the team supporting him.
Yeah, kind of interesting here. I don't know if they probably didn't have the vision to see where the other team was going.
Alu trying to jump in on Hawkeye once again. Gets a big chunk on him. Gets the ult down, just takes him out. As a TP from Delta trying to come through, but Alu will get away before anything happens. Vantage a little too far up. Gets charmed and knocked up by the Rakan with the quickness. Support down as Smoothly trying to peel for his team, but getting caught out a little bit. Has to flash away.
Yeah, nobody with magic resist boots.
Alu jumping in once again. See if they really want this fight. Oh, jumps onto Blank and Blue, blowing him up. Seraphine will fall. It's now Mothra trying to take him down. He's so low, gets the ult, but it hits the Zac. Katarina will fall, but they lose 2 members for it.
Yeah.
Now they gotta get back and stop this Jack split. We got the Smoothie TP to defend that tower, and we'll see if he tries to overstay with the rest of the team walking over.
See if they can get this
Going
chase
for the
down
jump.
going.
Won't
Nope.
hit the Q, unfortunately. And Salt now still going for the chase down. Smites him to slow him down, but the wave walks up, so Jax can just hop out.
Yeah, so actually a surprising amount of like team fights won for the side of RDS. Surprising to me with the amount of wombo combo and CS that is available to free SN.
Yeah, it's
Again,
just
the. Go ahead.
for me. It's just that they don't have any like big tanks. Like Jax and Warwick are the only kind of tanky people. So the fact that there's this hyper-fed Katarina means whenever a carry is slightly too far forward, they can just die instantly.
Melt. Yeah. Yeah. If like Hawkeye doesn't, isn't able to hit Scatter of the Weak immediately, then yeah, it's kind of hard to counter the Katarina.
For sure, for sure. Now
But
we
I
see.
think the tempo is still being very much driven by FreeSM. I think they've done a really good job.
Yeah, they've also done such a good job of just controlling objectives. So RDS still really need to find a fight where they can then get a tower or something. And as we see this next dragon come up in 30 seconds, we'll see if another fight comes out. Vintage getting caught out with the ult from Hawkeye and taken down. Unfortunate positioning for him.
Really good vision control right now for blue side into the red side. Blue. Setting up for this dragon. Again, they're just like their tempo, their pace, they're dictating this game. They're setting up all the objectives first, having the first move towards it.
Yep, and they're starting up this dragon, trying to put themselves on soul point, trying to do a death wish, but good ward to catch them out. But I don't know if they'll be able to walk through this since it's a 4v5 anyways. Dragon going down pretty slow. As they jump in towards Delta, he jumps in, doesn't get the flash as Inalexic ults to avoid it, but the dragon will go down, putting FreeSM on soul point. Now Delta looking for more, he gets the jump in, the stun onto Vintage, and the Seraphine ult comes through, charming too. Goalie will die. Big ult from Cat gets taken down. And 3 for nothing, 4 for nothing, as Delta and the Hawkeye will burn down Vintage. Smoothie's back up from the blobs. There we go. 5 for 1, gets the kill on the Warwick at the end.
2. They
5
got
for
the
2.
Rakan.
You're right.
Rakan dove in there.
I'm late.
Blew his load.
Welcome, Chris. Glad to have you. Still in game 1, looking strong for FreeSM right now, right after that dragon fight. Sitting on this roughly 7k gold lead.
But again, yeah, that setup was great for them. For Dragon, had complete control over it. I understand the idea from RDS where they wanted to pivot, try to take out that Jax, but again, just not able to immediately delete the Jax. Didn't delete the Jax in the end. It's just not able to execute that play. Should probably just backed off. Kept farming their waves. Try to get back in this duel. Currently down 6.6k gold. So again, just continues to climb by the minute. And there's a Baron fight.
At the Baron.
Salt spot side. This needs to be a give. Salt's not even here when the objective's being taken. They have vision and he doesn't care.
No Salt for this fight, but they're getting quite low. Looking like they're walking away. However, get that first tower bot lane to get a little bit of gold back, but it will be very tough with the pressuring once this buff goes down.
But yeah, at least a bounty claims. Looks like Salt's content to farm an enemy jungle now. Is going to land these 2 waves at that turret. But again, just the 1 tower being taken. And the gold lead is... He takes the tower, but the gold lead is up to 7k.
Yep, still sitting at 7k, get the tower
Not...
gold, they get the Baron gold, plus the buff.
Yeah, not the cross map trade you're looking for.
Getting poked out in his own jungle as he's just trying to farm. 4-man squad pushing in mid for FreeSM while Delta's pushing up that bot lane once again.
Yeah, Delta pushing up the bot lane. We'll see if Smoothie is looking to move down there and answer.
Looking like he's walking that way. And for RDS, they just need another one of those good team fights where they catch the Syndra or the Seraphine and Cat can blow them up.
Man, I guess the clock is their friend in that case, if they can still win these fights, but at some point, you know, they're going to start getting hit with these wallets.
Yeah,
Death Cap is on the docket there for Alu. So we'll see if how quickly he can get the gold, but it is kind of hard right now. Trying to protect these sideways.
Right. Yeah, I think the clock's nice for them. Just with the Rip Vintage got cut out by a stun and just got 100-0'd by... Oh, nice jump and takes out the Seraphine. Very low Hawkeye 6-pack, but... Oh, the shield barely saves him as he comes through from Kaisa.
You know, if they'd gotten that dragon, that would have been good.
True. And Here we see trying to jump in on Delta, but able to hop away and stay safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the clock is helpful for RDS as far as getting items on the ADC and helping for team fights, but it's not on their side as far as Jax being a split push threat.
Yeah, 223 farm and still only 2 items on the Kaisa. 27 minutes, a little painful. But again, he's technically right there with black and blue. Yeah, I don't know. These I guess Smoothie's a whole item behind right now as well.
Yeah, Delta just has a ton of gold. He's been killing like most of the towers in the game for free SM. But they do have a death push. He doesn't see him as he is getting jumped on by RDS. Salt stalling the rest of the team. As now free SM puts enough pressure to keep Jax safe, and they're still trying to pressure in for this blue buff. Salt very low as the ult comes through, will not die as the ult comes through from Soraka, and jumps back in, will fall to the Syndra. Ult's right as the charm comes through on the Katarina, and he's taken out. Now a big flash 2-man stun, Smoothie falls to Jax, Kaisa to Seraphine,
And that is
Zach
all
to Jax. And I agree, should be an end angle through the bot lane for game number 1. Yeah, really well played by FreeSM for that one. And have all these nice new burn items for the Seraphine to still do damage and just keep your team topped off. And then just the split pushing pressure was so high from the Jax. Got them that big gold lead and they were able to run with it. GG, game number 1 to FreeSM.
Your points taste so good.
My points, give them back. And now, yeah, we see Jax had like 2k gold more than anyone else in the game. Hawkeye closest to 13. Just so many kills and tower gold going on to him, made him a monster. Alu doing his best, but like I said, so much CC, it was really hard to play the Katarina in that comp once they could just CC you when you try to jump in.
Yeah, and it's just so hard. Like we do see it in this league. Like there are people who are able to get away with it. Playing some of these champions that end up kind of going 1-for-1 more often than not, at least early on, like that Katarina. Really pop off and get going. But it's just so hard to just flip that to getting the 2-for-1s every single time.
Right. It was looking good for a little bit, but
hard
well
comp
played
to
to free
execute.
SM.
Really good free SM. Like I said, really liked their CC early on. And again, I think they got everything they wanted and they executed to it. So we'll see what the adaptations are for RDS. We'll go look and see if they've chosen blue side or if they want to stick with the red.
Yep, haven't seen yet. Looks like people still coming into the lobby, so we can toss it to a quick pause while we get all lined up and into the next draft. And we'll be back in a couple minutes.
In the dark of night we rise, axes gleam beneath the skies. Thunder roars, the battle cries. We won't fall, we won't disguise. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. we prevail. Warriors hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never fail. For the gods we set our sail. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's gate we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In no